So today we're on a Pure Tennis podcast with a special guest today. We've got the CEO of Tecnifibre, Marco Baron. Marco, I appreciate you coming on the episode today.
Having me.
And we're at a pretty special place for you guys.
Yeah.
Washington, D.C., home of the Citi Open, the only ATP WTA combined 500 event in the world. And you guys are the official partner with the ball, streaming service, and the apparel. Pretty amazing a week for you guys. Talk about kind of what this event means to you and this week in the calendar for the Tecnifibre team.
Yeah, no, it's a big week for us. It's a fantastic event, especially where we are in that trajectory for the brand Tecnifibre. It's a brand that is really coming up pretty quickly. We're looking for partners that can really bring awareness of our brand, especially in the US. And so we think about we partner with the Miami Open as well, and so another big tournament in DC was needed. So like all the ingredients, the city, management, market, is a great supporter, the ATP 500. And so it's a lot. And so, yeah.
You guys chose DC. You chose the Citi Open. Can you tell fans why DC was where you guys wanted to anchor down at this? I mean, my first time here, beautiful place.
Yeah. A couple of things. DC as a city, obviously it means a lot. And being the capital of this country. Beautiful city, a lot of culture, a lot of great tennis culture as well, which is important to us. And ultimately, Mark Ein, who owns the tournament. Ultimately, you want a partner that has a vision for his tournament. And that's very much, the relationship that we have with Mark. This tournament has a fantastic legacy and a history of traditions. Fantastic champions won this tournament. And us as a run, we're looking for that kind of quality of partner. And Mark picked this tournament a couple of years ago, and with the vision to really take it up to a different level. And that's what we're looking for in a partner.
I think it's really cool and interesting to hear, when Mark Ein invested into this tournament, you guys saw this as a way that you guys can come in with him and kind of grow with Mark Ein in his tournament, because it seems like at Tecnifibre, there's a lot of things that have changed, and you guys have a lot of momentum, quite frankly, in the industry. So it's been cool to watch from an outsider.
Yeah, we do. The business got acquired a couple of years ago by Lacoste. Tecnifibre has been around, fantastic products. Never necessarily had the means to tell the world about our products. That acquisition gave us the backbones, the resources to really invest into the brand, to partner with events, to have more players using our gear. And so we've a little bit of a rocket ship right now, which is really fun to be part of. And again,
you don't know where you're going to land.
No, but hey, a couple months ago, we had two number one players of the world using our rackets, with Iga and Deal. Players using our gear. There's a lot left to be done, obviously.
Not only do you have all these top players using your brand now, with as you mentioned, Daniil, Iga, Eubanks, and just quarterfinalists at Wimbledon. I mean, the first thing I noticed when I walked on the grounds was you see the kids and ball girls and ball boys walking around to their on the grounds, and their kits were beautiful. I mean, head to toe, awesome Tecnifibre shirts and shorts, and then this new AGLT 23 Lacoste shoe, which is a big improvement from the last model, and it's one that tennis fans need to check out.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We're from the same company, Lacoste and Tecnifibre. We're both French brands, elegance and premium brands, and ultimately is what those two brands stand for. And so the quality, obviously, of our products, but also the look and feel is really important. And so I'm glad you notice the elegance of everyone on the ground today.
Even the shirt you have on, it's one that I'm probably gonna have on myself here, sir. It's awesome. It looks loose, but it's like breathable, and it's just I like the cleanliness and the tidiness of your guys' branding. It's not like in your face type branding.
Yeah,
I'm being in the marketing is just like I always pay attention to how people choose to kind of raise brand awareness. And I think you guys have kept it like simple is better, and it's more discreet, which I think is a look that is attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah, no, thank you. Our rackets are white, very pure, very elegant. I think this is also something that Mark really appreciated and was looking for in his partners, is having brands with a look and feel that matches also his vision for this tournament. He is a very affluent tennis community as well, so it's a good match. But you're right. Where there's more flashy colors for other brands, ours is really pure and usually minimalistic, I would say.
When you're looking for a future prospect to join the Tecnifibre team, as far as getting athletes to rep the Tecnifibre brand, what would you say is the main main thing or aspect of characteristic that you're looking for?
I mean, you want athletes ultimately that's gonna win. Really put your brands on the biggest stage in the sports. That's what Daniil got been doing. Other Eubanks and other athletes that we have obviously. In the Nadia Award, you have athletes also that share your values, and we've been very lucky with the athletes that we have. In Daniil and Iga, for example, are just very much a representation of our brands. Very humble people, hardworking, but high performer. I mean, they win Grand Slams, and so that's the kind of brand I want to be as well, a good-looking brand as well, but also a brand that wins titles.
And when it comes to being a premium brand, I mean, the official stringing laboratory of the tournament is a place that I think all fans need to stop by and visit. I mean, I can nerd out on this stuff all day, but it's like it's such a clean setup, and the customization that you guys add to each player's racket with the butt cap, putting their country and their just their name and it's just a touch of tennis and the craftsmanship that I think is really appreciated by tennis fans. Yeah, that as well as being the official ball for the first time, the new X1 tennis ball. Can you tell fans that are looking to buy a can of balls why they should pick the new X1 official tournament ball of the Citi Open?
Yeah. Quickly on the craftsmanship, I appreciate you recognizing this, and that the string services is truly an art. This is something that we do very well, and there's a lot of knowledge, experience that goes into this. So thank you, and absolutely check it out.
We've interviewed these guys, and just getting the nuggets of they have so much valuable information for us. And they're so good at what they do. I mean, we'll show the fans with some videos, but the dexterity that they have, and just they're so professional, how they inspect each racket, how they check tension multiple times. It's just like you're getting it at the highest caliber service you can get at Tecnifibre. I think that's something that Mark said was very important for him when choosing a brand to work with as the official string.
Thank you. There's it's years of experience into this, other major tournaments that we part out as well. So as far as the tennis ball, this one, it is important to us. We make really high quality tennis balls. We've been in the U.S. only a handful of years with our balls. We make high quality tennis balls that cost more money, quite frankly, and often a tennis ball is being seen as just just a tennis ball. Same thing, the quality of the rubber, the quality of the felt. That there's a lot that goes into this, and so we decided it was so important to clubs, to partners, to events to bring tennis balls in the U.S. And we needed a big tournaments to really establish our credibility with tennis balls. And again, we chose this event. And it's just one event where we would go really all in with string services, balls, apparel, and so forth. It was important to us. So it's the only tournament at the U.S. Open Series that is not being played with Wilson net balls. It's playing with this ball. And that was a decision with Mark as well. It's a high quality tennis balls. And we felt like we were all also looking for a statement in this.
The first thing I noticed when I held the ball and bounced the ball is just like how tightly woven the felt is on the ball's cover. And that was, and it's just like, feels very solid. And the ball explodes off the ground. I was talking to some players in the practice courts today about it. And the ball, it's a little bit of a heavier ball that kind of loosens up over time. Absolutely. Which I think is really cool. And it's just like, you can tell the quality is there. You guys have natural rubber in this ball. Yeah. Natural air.
Yeah. The felt is important as well. Yeah. It's to your point. It's a lovely ball, which I think is definitely demanded by players. Not too heavy, so it avoids injuries or anything like this. But it's really encourage everyone to try it out. It's a good experience. The same thing on strings. A lot of folks really take a lot of pride and time to choose their rackets. Strings and tennis balls make a huge difference. So if you really want to enjoy the sport, go for high quality products, and this is absolutely one.
I think that's the thing that you just said that sticks out to me the most is like how important stringing is. Like stringing, that's what touches the ball every time. Yeah, strings are going to touch the ball. Yeah, so like to tinker with your string, your setup in your bed, whether it's you're going to hybrid, just testing out different tensions and stuff. I think it's very important to find and play at your best level. Yeah, I think that's what, like, to me, it's like I would like to go there and just hang out with those guys and have them try out like 4 different types of black cone tensions.
Absolutely. There's a lot that goes into this, and you're right, different weather for different tension, different strings for different, there's a lot that goes into this. This company, Tecnifibre, was established, I believe, a little 40 years ago, when back then with strengths and then surely a new technology, multi-filament. And today we obviously have best players in the world using our strengths. This is not well known enough. This is definitely a really important as we push rackets, as we have more players using our rackets. I also want to make sure that people understand that we truly have the best strings in the world. But this same thing as Ralph mentioned. There's a lot of technology that goes into this, with different gauges, different ingredients, polyester, different material. But it's worth a try and just tweaking it a little bit with different things.
And I gotta plug your past as the former #1 player in college tennis at Mississippi State.
A long time ago.
It happened. Marco's a legit top level tennis player. You still play yourself. You said tennis is still a big part of your life today.
Right.
What do you play with? Are you out there rocking this T-Fight 305 like Daniil Medvedev?
I am a T5 300, a little easier to maneuver for me. Getting a little bit older. I used the new string that we have that Daniil just started using this year. The Razor Soft 18 gauge.
Razor Soft
for awesome feel.
What gauge?
18.
18 gauge.
Really thin, so awesome feel. But yeah, tennis is a huge part of not only my life, all the folks that work in our company. We pride ourselves to be a player's company. All the folks that initially touching our products, whether it's obviously sales people, marketing people, customer service people, like huge sports fans and tennis out. And so it's tough to really push something you don't believe in. We do because we know we have some really good stuff to share with the world.
And what's on your feet on the court? What are you sliding on?
AGLT Light. This is definitely my shoe. So you mentioned this. This is the first version of the Lacoste shoe. The AGLT last year was a good entrance. This year it's a full different ballgame as far as the quality, the look of the shoe. Great success. Great feedback. Multiple players on the tour using that shoe as well. So we're excited about that.
I have to say the shoe, the revolution of this shoe, it happened quickly. Like you guys took this from a shoe that it had success on the tour. It won a U.S. Open with Daniil Medvedev, and I would say that where that shoe was yesterday feels nothing like the shoe I put on my feet last year in the AGLT 23.
Yeah,
it's so much more flexible.
Yeah,
more breathable, more stylish. That's a shoe that you're going to see, I think, as a player in the market.
Absolutely. And I think Lacoste doesn't get enough credit for this. You know, Lacoste is obviously a very elegant lifestyle brand. Yeah, the product is high performance as well. So obviously the shoe, but same thing as far as Djokovic and Daniil, they're very particular about what they're wearing, and some they pull the t-shirt, how it shows sweats and so forth. So it's not just a pretty brand. There's a lot of technology that goes.
No, it's great rubber. So. I mean, it looks beautiful on all the people using it. So good. Also, we really appreciate you taking time with us today. Pure Tennis Podcast. Shout out to Tecnifibre. I mean, we appreciate you guys having us as well.
Thank you.
First, our debut at AT500 and WTA 500. I can't say how much it was just to be invited by you guys and just come out here and check out everything firsthand. It's been an awesome experience, and we've only started May draw today, so I'm sure it's going to be an amazing week and a big week for the Tecnifibre team. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. For sure.